This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injuries and additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Support for this episode comes from Modern Football Technology. Modern Football Technology provides real-time opponent tendencies and self-scout while eliminating manual data entry into Huddle, DV Sport, and Exos. If you're tired of tools that are time-consuming to learn and perform inconsistently at best, then we recommend Modern Football for a fresh perspective. Schedule a demo today at teammofo.com to see a battle-tested tool that's proven to perform and deliver value. Mention Coach and Coordinator Podcast or use the coupon code CC10 to receive 10% off your first year. And listen to our recent episode featuring Folsom High School defensive coordinator Jordan Ersick to learn more about how the 2023 California State Champion uses modern football to dominate their opponents.
The biggest lesson that I've had to learn as a defensive coordinator was that you have to make sure that you're calling the right coverages in the right windows, not just calling things that you think are going to work, not just calling things because you think they're the best blitz. Are they going to have time to hit home, and are you providing support in situations which you need?
Ola Adams is the defensive analyst and analytics coordinator for Penn State. Prior to Penn State, he served as the assistant defensive backs coach for the Denver Broncos for a season. He was the defensive coordinator for Villanova before his jump to the NFL. In this segment, from the beginning of his talk for the Lawrence First and Goal Clinic, which he titled Organized Chaos, he discussed his third down philosophy and strategy. He gives his approach to this critical down, sharing insight both on what he likes to do as well as highlighting what offenses like to do in each third down category. Coach Adams takes a very organized approach to third down because he knows his defense's success is critical to the success of the team in winning the game. Stay tuned for our Winning Edge takeaways following this clinic segment. The link to this entire presentation can be found in the description, and the slides from this segment can be found on our enhanced show notes on coachandcoordinator.com. What you see on tape is a direct reflection of what you teach and how you teach. Video is important, but if you don't teach well, you're not going to like what you see on your video. First Down Playbook has been helping coaches teach better for 13 years. It allows you to present installs, playbooks, and practice cards in half the time with NFL quality. Coaching tools like video pairing, a player app, practice schedules, and wristband sheets have made First Down Playbook a program management system with everything in one place. If you're in a position of leadership with your football program, receive a free 1-week look at First Down Playbook. Call them at 512-814-6158 or visit them on their website or social media. Mention Coach and Coordinator Podcast or use the coupon code COACH24 to receive a $100 discount off the normal $700 First Down Playbook team membership price. Links and the phone number are in the show notes.
My play calling philosophy is real simple. I believe in a roulette play calling philosophy. You know, that's something that we came up with a long time ago. I'm talking 2011, my first opportunity to call defense. But the whole premise is to put a bullet in the chamber and shoot, right? If you put a bullet in a revolver playing, let's say, Russian roulette, if you're pulling the trigger, you don't know when, that gun's actually going to go off. So in a football sense, I want to make everything look the same, but I want to have multiple different calls. All right, we're going to mix up our coverage. We're not going to let the offense get comfortable. That's the biggest thing. So we have different packages, coverages, alignments, and different movements that we're going to use to continue to neutralize and keep the offenses off balance. Because, again, my philosophy, I really don't think one play can stop everything. So it's a mixture of the plays that is going to get you your success. And then we have answers So we're going to get now into situations and really talk in particular about third down. But the biggest thing that we tell the guys is it's not what you know, it's what you can execute in the moments that matter most. Here's how we break up our situations. We teach them efficiency. We talk about field zone. We talk about the chance to score chart, because for us, our goal is to stop for the offense to start their drive within our own 20-yard line, because if we do that, it's a 1 in 30 chance of them actually scoring. So as they get closer down the field, let's say as they cross into the red zone, that's a 2 out of 3 chance to score. So it's very likely they're going to get some sort of point. So we always want to show that chance to score about field position, just to understand how important it is to start the drive inside the 20-yard line. Situationally, we talk about first and second down. We talk about third down. We break third down into many places: 3rd and 1 to 2, 4 to 6, 7 to 10, and 3rd and 11 plus. You can see there's no 3rd and 3, because we either leave that on its own, or we bump it up to 3rd and 1 to 3, or we'll go 3rd and 3 to 6 based on the team that we're playing and what fits best with our game plan. We also talk about red zone. So first and second down, third down, and red zone are our big three. And then we move to the rest of these guys: goal line, short yardage, backed up, 4-minute, 2-minute, no huddle, protecting the lead, overtime. We have sheets and information for every single situation that we're going to face. Here's how we measure efficiency by down and distance. So our goal, again, if we're trying to get the third down, you got to get there first. So our goal is to be great on first down, because if we can hold our opponent to 3 yards or less, that's putting us in a great situation and right on track to be in a great third down situation. On second down, our goal is to hold the offense to half of the distance to gain. If it's 2nd and 7, we want to hold them to 3 yards. So now it's 3rd and 4. We don't want to put them in an advantageous position on third down. 3rd and 4th down, we're just trying to get off the field. So how you measure each play call that you have is the number of wins that you have according to this chart, divided by the number of plays, divided by the number of times you ran it, and what's the efficiency. So if I ran a play 10 times and we won 4 times, that's a 40% efficiency. We're looking for much higher efficiency in every call that we have. Here are some things that we talk about with third down. Number one, we got to communicate and we got to have confidence. How are we going to have confidence? We're going to have confidence because we're educated on the situation. We know what we're about to present, and we know where our one-on-ones are coming from and how to attack those. So the number one thing, to do is just, hey, what to be aware of, right? Why are they playing how they play? Is it versus different teams? Are they up in score? Are they down in score? What is the context, right? Is it a gotta have it situation? Or is it just any regular old third down situation? Do you know who you're playing against? Have you studied that offensive coordinator? What's his history in the past? What protection does he like to do versus certain things? These are all little things that you want to be aware of. Do you know who you're playing against? So a key stat that we always try to tell the players is an offense with a higher third down percentage than the defense wins 64% of the games. So we never want to allow the offense to beat us in third down percentage overall, because if they do, there's a chance that they have an advantage on winning the game. 21 at Villanova, we never allowed the offense, not one game, to go over 50% on third down. All right, so it gave us a chance to win. On third down and distance, as the probability increases, the chance of them converting decreases. So if it's 3rd and 15, very unlikely they're going to convert. But 3rd and 2 is a lot easier. 3rd and 1, very easy for them to convert. 3rd and 5, easier for them to convert than 3rd and 9. So you want to get them in the worst down and distance situations you can get them in. In our instance, who and what do we want to attack? The biggest thing that we try to focus on is the players, and not our plays, but the players first. Who do they have? Is there somebody we need to double? Is the quarterback a runner? I truly believe every package, before you start out your season, you have to have a way to double the team's best receiver. We have many different ways to do it, whether we're 2 high, whether we're 1 high. All right, you got to have a way to double a wide receiver. and he can't always be at the number one position? What if they move him into the slot? Do you have answers? These are the things that you got to be thinking about as far as how you're going to stop the offense's best players. You might have a bad matchup when it comes to the running back. That's something else you want to think about. Is your linebacker able to match up with a free release and running back? So these are all things that we take into consideration. Also, when you talk about players, offensive line is something it's one of the first things we evaluate. Do they have any guys that we could pick on the offensive line? Because if they do, in every package that we have a way of putting our best player right on top, of their worst player and giving him a two-way go. Our goal really is to force and dictate the protection. So we want to paint a picture and we want to create a presentation that gives us an advantage. And no layups, we don't want any easy first downs. We want to get a body on a body. So here's a further explanation of that. The biggest lesson that I've had to learn as a defensive coordinator was that you have to make sure that you're calling the right coverages in the right windows, not just calling things that you think are going to work, not just calling things because you think they're the best blitz. Are they going to have time to hit home? And are you providing support in situations which you need? So let's say we're talking 3rd and 4 to 6, right? You're going to see a lot of bunch and stacks. So you want, not just to always just be 2-on-2 against those guys. You want to be able to go 3-on-2 against that situation. So I might structure my coverage in a way to provide some help there. We're going to see some mesh on 3rd and 4 to 6. So I might switch up and play some zone there, or play some man with somebody in the low hole, those sorts of things. So always make sure that everything that you're doing, and then like from a coverage standpoint, don't be playing a soft coverage to where they can complete. If it's 3rd and 5, you shouldn't be playing off coverage to where they can complete a hitch route. We're going to challenge you. We're going to press you. We're going to take that away and force you to throw the ball past the sticks.
As coaches, we know that some of the biggest hurdles to our team's success can come from off the field. Your team needs support to tackle the endless list of expenses, uniforms, training equipment, travel, and more. But raising that money can feel like a full-time job. Thankfully, there's Vertical Raise. Vertical Raise is the premier online fundraising platform using innovative technology to create the easiest and most efficient system available. Raise more money in less time with a local fundraising coach who works with your team every step of the way to customize the ideal fundraiser. With options for online donations, digital discount cards, premium product sales, and even spirit shops, Vertical Raise has top-of-the-line solutions for every fundraising style. To find out more, visit verticalraise.com and we'll get you connected with an exclusive offer on your first fundraiser.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
Fingerprints of an offense, what do you need to stop? First thing you got to do is figure out how they break up their down and distance. So that's why I really mentioned that 3rd and 3 deal, because that could go either way. Go 3rd and 1 to 3, or it can go 3rd and 3 to 6. Sometimes it's just 50-50 and you need to leave it alone and just try to find a small set of plays that could work for that instance. Are they a sticks team, or do they have some sort of sticks element? And do we need to be defending the sticks if that's what they're doing? Again, what's their protection? Do they like to get in the empty? What are their shot plays? What are their 3rd down run plays? Do they like to run the ball on the fringe? All these things we want to be thinking about as their fingerprint. What is their favorite pass protection versus the looks that we're going to present? You want to know the personnel, what grouping they have on the field, specialty players, fast guys, tall guys. Know where these guys line up to. Are they always at the number 1? Are they going to line up at the number 2? What does it mean when they're on the ball, off the ball, condensed? Where are they located within a bunch? And what route concepts am I getting based on where they're located? All these types of details. And just from a coordinator philosophy standpoint, are they game plan specific? Like, do they switch every week? or are they just going to do what they do? That's something you want to have a good idea, and then got to have it plays. Fourth down plays are most important. You got to know when it's crunch time what plays they like to do and how you're going to defend those. So I'm going to just break up the down and distance based on kind of a chart that we gave our guys to follow. I'm going to really focus on the bigger pictures here, but I'm going to cover this page. Our defensive mindset, 3rd and 1 and 2, is we're trying to get off the field on 3rd down period. But we got to have our earmuffs on because they're going to give us hard count. We're going to get a lot of run. And we're willing to do whatever it takes on 3rd and 1 and 2 to stop them from getting a yard or two. So sometimes that means cover 0 is what I'm alluding to. Or putting goal line defense on the field in the middle of the field. We're willing to do whatever it takes to get off the field. And you got to have your big personnel ready at all times. You cannot have trouble substituting because you're going to get some tempo. What to expect from an offense. See, this is important to know your mindset and then what to expect from an offense. Run game, you're going to get inside zone the most. Not a lot of gap schemes because people don't want to leave lanes for penetration. But if you do get gap schemes, you're probably going to get power or power read. And then a lot of quarterback keep type of runs potentially. Play action pass, fullback flat, we see a lot. A lot of shifts and motions, man. They want to get you off balance. They want to fast motion you, get guys out their gaps and just get a yard. And we also saw a lot of imbalance. So these are things that our guys are ready for on 3rd and 1 and 2. I tried to always let them know what kind of play calls I'd be calling in this situation. So lock coverage for us was cover 0. We like to play cover 4 with an invert to load the box up. We like to play hot coverage. That's 3 under 3 deep for us. We want to be visual in everything that we do. And then badge coverage for us, instead of the middle field safety playing post, Badge told him he's a quarterback player, so we put him in the run game. And we already talked about 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4 to 6, this is the most crucial and critical situation to get right, because this is what you're going to potentially see the most. Again, our goal is to get off the field earmuffs. You don't want to go off sides and get them the first down at 3rd and 1, right? D-line, you got to get your hands up in this situation because the ball's coming out quicker. We want to challenge short passes, no freebies. So we're going to be pressing. We're going to be very disruptive and physical with the receivers in this area. We want to leverage the running back in man-to-man. So what that means is I don't want to be chasing the running back inside out if he free releases. I want to have leverage on both sides of the running back. So I'm going to show you the type of plays that we call to accomplish that. And this is an area in a window where we love, our creepers and our simulated pressures, showing pressure, but really bringing 4 guys, 3 guys, giving them the illusion that we're bringing pressure, but we're trying to really maximize our coverage is our goal. So what to expect from the offense? Quick passes, free release, and running backs. Stacks and bunches. You have to have a plan on how you're going to defend stacks and bunches in this situation, or you're going to be giving up first downs very easy in this instance. And those are going to come stationary. They're going to line up in them, and sometimes they're going to motion to some of these things. Be aware of 4-down territory in the fringe as well, because you're going to get a lot of runs in this window. Play calling wise, I'll kind of translate the coverages that we ran, but we love to run our simulated pressure, but we also like simulated pressure to where we could guarantee, basically we're bringing 4 and guarantee we have 1 guy in the hole left in case they're running mesh and things like that. We could cloudy up shallow crossers and things like that. And then it gave us the ability to bring pressure and also leverage the running back from both sides. We like the special coverage. That's just like a one high hole player with a post player, man-to-man. We like slicing the corners. We like playing 2-man. We bracketed if we had to. These are some of the things that we did in that window. 3rd and 7 to 10. Biggest thing is this window, you have an opportunity to really dismantle pass protection. And really something that we looked at was the level of aggression that we used was based on the quarterback clock. So if the quarterback's just catching and getting rid of the ball 2.4 seconds, we're not going to bring as much pressure as normal. But normally quarterbacks hold the ball for 2.8 or up to 3 seconds in this window. So if they do that, we're going to be very aggressive and we're going to really get after it. And in this window, if you need to get 7 to 10 yards, you're going to try to go to your best receiver. So this is really one of those windows where we love to double their best player and take him out the game and force somebody else to get that first down. Zoom motion, so cross formation motion. They're going to try to get a man or zone preview. So what defense are you playing? And does man ID motion unravel your disguise? Do they now know what we're in? So we built our defense so that man ID motion didn't affect us at all. We were going to look like we're playing man every snap, and you're going to have to figure out what we're playing post snap. You're going to see a lot of empty in this window, 4-down territory, just be aware of that. In this instance, we're going to do a lot more 5-man man pressure. We're going to do 5-man zone pressure. We're going to do our 1-hole. We're going to do our brackets, our 2-man, our 2 jam, which is basically like perform a Tampa per se. And this is a cover 0 window for us. We're not afraid to get after it in this window here because we know the ball got to come out. 3rd and 11, we're real unique in how we play this situation. We're real conservative. We want to surround the best receiver. Now we're not talking about taking them away, but we want to surround the best receiver. So we're going to prefer to play zone over man in this window. We want to play the sticks from the top down and rally to anything short and in front of us. We're not going to do a lot of blitzing in this window. We might look like we're blitzing, but we're not going to do a lot of blitzing in this window. We want to play visual. We want to force the ball to be thrown in front of us, and we want to knock it down before it gets to the sticks. That's really who we are and what we do. We're going to maximize our zones, and if we do run man, we're going to maximize that man. So I'm talking 3-man rush, man to man, with maximum underneath coverage. But we love max zone coverage. That's really what we make our money on. What to expect from the offense? Really a play, again, designed for the best player because it's a tough window to convert in. And then a lot of catch and runs. So we like to have depth to rally to those screens and draws. We don't want to be in a lot of pressure and give them an advantageous outing in the screen game or just be reckless in how we bring pressure and let it draw a crease on us, right? And then you might get some max protection again. So we're going to maximize our coverage and be safe. So we're going to drop 8, do some 3 high, drop 8 type of stuff.
Here are our winning edge takeaways and ideas for implementation. 1. Define your philosophy and tools for winning 3rd down. Coach Adams and his staff know exactly what approach they want to take on the various 3rd down categories. They define what they want to accomplish and identify the tools from their playbook that help them accomplish their goals in each 3rd down situation. This streamlines a thought process and provides a consistency in their approach to both camp install as well as week-to-week game planning. That leads to my next takeaway. 2. Prepare your situational questions now. Coach Adams takes a very organized approach to understanding the questions they must ask themselves as they are breaking down an opponent and putting together their plan. Asking the right questions will help you to get to the right answers. It's worth noting that focusing especially on personnel types of questions, both theirs and yours, will be the most productive in constructing a game plan. 3. Have a framework for all situations. Coach Adams' framework of our mindset, what to expect from the offense, and play calling is useful both to the staff and the players. The structure allows them to be clear both in the game plan, practice, and meeting focus, and game day calls. Simple frameworks with the correct details set you up for success. Be sure to go to coachingcoordinator.com for our enhanced show notes, including the links to relevant resources, additional information like the slides from this part of Coach Adams' presentation, and in some cases video as well. Sign up for our weekly tip sheet to get the best ideas from the previous week, and follow us on Twitter at Coach K. Grabowski.